Let me take you along today in the benefits and the downsides of getting your face tattooed. Let's start off with the benefits. So, if you are gonna get your face tattooed, definitely know that you are gonna get some attention. I have gotten random people coming up to me in the streets. They were either interested or they even made compliments. And often, if they would come up to me and ask questions, it would either be how it is like to have face tattooed, or how it feels to get your face tattooed. But also, I often just got compliments on the streets, like either, hey, it fits you well, or you get the comment like, hey, I would never do it, but I think it looks really cool. So that's pretty nice. Um, the biggest benefit for myself is, of course, that I like the tattoos, and it also fits who I am as a person. So when I was younger, I already made as a joke that my purpose here was to confront and to shock people. I always said that to my parents as a joke. But this sort of fits with my face tattoos, I would say. I remember often when I got my first tattoos, I often got the questions like, "Hey, what do your tattoos mean?" And the more tattoos that I got, and it sort of also changed my perspective on tattoos, because I don't necessarily, the tattoos that you have really visible, they don't necessarily mean so much, but it fits to how I would like to represent myself. See it how you would wear clothes, for example. And then the last benefit is also that people don't bother me so much. That sounds a bit conflicting with the first two statements that I make. But for example, I have never really gotten into a fight, or I have never really got into trouble, or no, nothing, you know? And that also has to do with the fact that some people are maybe a little bit afraid of me. I mean, if I don't talk, I look really dangerous. No, not at all. But this definitely also brings me to the downsides of getting your face tattooed. People will definitely look at you, and you have to get used to that. Sometimes people will just stare at you. This can be out of interest, but also out of disgust, because it goes outside of the borders of what is socially accepted, so to say. People don't necessarily always think that it's normal to do it. I love myself nothing better than getting into some public transport, standing in front of someone, and that person feels a bit uncomfortable with my appearance. I find that always really funny, because then I put a smile on my face, and then they're even more confused. So that's definitely, for me, it's fun, but take it into account that people will definitely stare at you. Hey, you! Could you do me a favor and please click that subscribe button and like button? It would help me out a great deal as I'm trying to move this channel forward. Um, Thank you. The second one is people will or might misjudge you. So a while ago, I went into a fancy cigar shop here in Malta with some friends. And when entering the shop, one of the workers did not trust me at all. This was rather funny for me, even to the extent that when my friend went into a corner with the shop attendant to buy some cigars, I was standing at the other side, and the person was still looking for what I was doing in the shop, to see maybe if I was shoplifting, or I don't know why he was staring at me like that. At the end, I just laughed it off, and I left the shop and was standing just outside of the shop because I couldn't be bothered. I just thought it was really funny to notice, as this was something that didn't really experience in Berlin, for example. But apparently, in other places, they aren't used to people like me yet getting a job. So I am not going to draw you some kind of fairy tale of that in these times, that you can just have face tattoos everywhere and that you can have all the jobs that you like, because that's just not the truth or our reality. At the end of the day, you are still at the end of someone else's blessing or their borders in what they find normal, and you have to take that into account. So first time that I got really in trouble with this was already like 6 months ago or something. My LinkedIn, I have like a picture, I will put that in here. I have a picture of me standing, I would not give a speech, but I would present at my university in a nice suit and etc. By then I was also trading and you could see my nice ass. But anyways, there was a person contacting me, offering me some kind of job through LinkedIn. And then they were asking me for my phone number. So I gave that to that person. And then the recruiter texted me on WhatsApp. And if I'm right on WhatsApp, it works like that, that if you start to text just a number, you first see a gray avatar. And then once you text, you will see the avatar of the person. So I got a message from the recruiter, and then 5 minutes later, the message of the recruiter was gone. So that was pretty funny. By now, I have updated my LinkedIn picture, so people know that before contacting me. And yes, I have gotten this question from friends before. And for me, it's always clear. It's how I look at life. If I'm not welcome somewhere, I don't want to hang around there. The same goes with my face tattoos. I made a decision for myself, and it's very simple. If people don't want me, then I wouldn't work there anyways. So please take that into account, that you could definitely have some trouble with that. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, a little bit of insight on how it is to have your face tattooed. If you do decide to get your face tattoos, then know what the pro and what the cons are, and stand with your decision when you decide one way or another. I haven't had trouble with the downsides. I'm pretty much aware of it. The more visible tattoos that you get, the more people will stare at you, and that's all fine with me. But you have to be ready for that. And of course, I also don't take the downsides of getting my face tattooed so seriously, but do take this into consideration if you do decide to go on that path. So yeah, I hope this makes it all a bit more clear in how it works if you do this. I all find it pretty fun and pretty nice. I am really happy with them. Still looking forward to further finish this. This is not done yet, and then I will try to chill down a little bit on my face with getting tattoos there. It's time for some other body parts again. But I just wanted to take you a little bit along. And then there is nothing else to say from my side. Then big hug, much love, and then I see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.